Welcome to the Summer of Champions, your Paris Olympics recap podcast. It's Thursday night, August 8th, 2024. I'm Jay Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, she watched a lot of intense basketball today. It's my beautiful wife, Nora.
I watched a lot of gutsy moves on that court.
How about those old guys?
Oh, I was cheering for him. That beard was wild.
Oh, LeBron's beard.
Yeah.
A lot of gray in it.
That's where the power was.
I guess so. Over yonder, he's got a gray beard, making the magic happen. That's where the magic come from.
That's right.
Super producer JD.
Yeah, I guess he's going full wizard.
Yeah.
It is very noticeable now.
Yes.
I'm with you.
It was like a playoff beard, you know, like in hockey where they just grow their beard the whole time. I think he has an Olympic beard.
Shout out to everyone joining us live right now on YouTube. We love to see it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the show with your friends, and more importantly, your family. Family first here on Summer of Champions. Podcast listeners, leave us a 5-star rating and review. Appreciate everyone that already has done that and shared the show and tagged us on Instagram and Twitter and all that. A lot of kind words for your performance, and we really appreciate it.
all of us.
Yes, it's been great. I'm having a blast. Dare I say, I'm going to be sad to see it go.
Oh, a single tear down your face.
I said that to you in earnest the other day. I'm like, I want it to end.
Yes.
We have now been podcasting for 2 weeks straight.
Yes.
Every night. An hour show every night.
I need to talk to someone else.
Yes, so well, there is that. But I said, once it's done, you know what?
You're going to miss it?
We're going to miss it.
Oh, well, maybe we'll figure something else out that we can do.
We say that, but are we?
After a break.
You know what? I'll see you in Salt Lake City, baby.
I don't want to do winter.
No, we're not doing winter.
No.
I don't get that hype for winter.
No.
It's not the same.
You say that it's day 14 now.
Yeah.
You're going to get the itch.
Yeah.
You're going to want to.
Listen.
Do something with the two of you? The chemistry is undeniable.
Pitch some ideas, guys. I just need some ideas of what it would be.
Well, that's the thing, because if it's a show, then we got to watch a show. But then again, it's not 10 hours of Olympic coverage
and it's
every day.
Not every day. It's the everyday
it's the everyday thing.
Yeah.
But that's also the beauty of this show.
For the audience.
We're here every night, 7 p.m., almost on the dot.
Love that for them.
Yeah.
It's challenging as the co-host.
Oh, it's also maybe challenging for the viewer, maybe the listener.
Too much content?
Too much content. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, Matt Austin thought so. He thinks so, probably.
Yeah, I bet he does.
Yeah,
he doesn't even know where the good pizzas are.
Cut 15 minutes of fat from every show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you really need a bronze every night? That's what he would say. Anyway, there's going to be spoilers here from day 13 action in Paris. So if you don't want to be spoiled, turn us off, come back, and we won't get to everything. We can't. That'd be a 10-hour show, but we will try our best. But again, apologies in advance if we don't hit on what you wanted us to touch on, like because you watched it or you're into it. Tonight's drink of choice. My supplier came through. Superbock beer from Portugal. This is a favorite of ours.
Yes, a retro way back playback. Cheers. We're going to say Saúde.
Sorry, I forgot the cheers. I really wanted to have a drink.
Really wanted.
What do we say?
Cheers, Saúde.
Saúde.
They also say chin chin.
Chin chin, Saúde. I like Saúde. Oh, this is, this was the go-to beer when we were in Portugal a long time ago.
Yes, I will say we went to Portugal in 2015, and it's the same year that Superbock changed their slogan to Superbock takes friendship seriously. And
Hell yeah, look at that. That's friendship right there in a
friendship.
cup. Showing the podcast listeners showing a few photos of us drinking a lot of Superbock while we were in Portugal.
With Paul and Nicole and Grish.
That's right. My buddy Grish, your buddy Grish, our buddy Grish.
Yes.
And my buddy Dub.
Yes.
Your buddy Dub, our buddy Dub.
And my buddy Nicole.
And your buddy Nicole, not theirs.
No.
None of you know her.
She belongs to
not yours.
Me. Only mine. Also, do you notice the boot?
Yeah, whose is that?
That was Dub. That was Paul.
He wore that boot all through Portugal.
Tore his Achilles playing basketball.
What a champ.
Like we all do eventually. Okay. Knock on wood, I haven't yet.
We're not even going to broach that.
But, that happened right before the trip.
And he still rallied.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. Not a great city when you have a boot on to walk around in.
Uphill, downhill,
cobblestone. Yeah, a little slick here and there. Maybe
very
it rains.
picturesque, but not for the faint of heart.
I'm just saying it's not flat. Yeah, it's not. Yeah. It's not simple.
But he didn't complain. He made it work.
No, you know why? Because this guy was putting out Superbock. Superbock. Honestly, Superbock, get at us at No Dunks. Come on, be a sponsor. I swear I'm the only person in America that loves this beer.
You're trying to find it.
Well, you love it too. I'm just saying I
love it.
talk about it a lot.
Oh yeah. You're a sicko for it. Like that's your Guinness.
And let me make it clear. It's a really simple beer.
That's the best thing about it.
I know.
It's very refreshing. It's super sessionable.
And it's called Superbock.
I don't even really
It's fun as hell to say.
like beer, but
You want
I
a
like
Superbock? Yeah,
Superbock.
grab me a Bock.
Yeah. Do you know what a Bock is?
No, actually, I have no clue.
It's a type of beer traditionally drunk in early spring.
Oh, okay.
So it's a super beer.
Oh, and then we call, with our friends, we
Yes.
call super beers. Like any beer, we
Yes.
call a super beer when you put it in the freezer for a little bit.
Yeah, and it gets
Get it
really
ice cold.
cold.
And so I had forgotten that we had
Super beer.
super box.
Super box.
Yeah, because you could put it in the freezer, get a little
Yeah.
extra chilly anyway.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. We got a lot to get to tonight. We are going to get to our gold, silver, bronze medal moments from day 13, but we had to slip in a little bit of basketball talk because we had a great game, really right before we came over here to the Classic
Yes.
Factory. Team USA trailing in the semifinals by 13 points to Serbia as they entered the fourth quarter. They stage a furious rally. They pick up the 95-91 win. They advance to the gold medal game to take on France, the host nation, who took care of business against Germany. They built a pretty good lead. The Germans came storming back,
Another exciting finish.
but France held on. They played really well. Look, they've shut me up. I did not think France would be here into the final, but they'll take on America. Now, the guys, the boys, Tass, Trey, Esh, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern here in the No Dunks feed on YouTube and the podcast, wherever you download and listen to it, they are going to talk about these two games in great detail, okay? They'll set you up for the France-America game that will happen on the weekend. But, man, you even watched this one, especially I'm talking about the Team USA-Serbia game.
I watched both.
You did. You
I
did.
was
You were
giving
locked in
you
today.
play-by-play of what was happening.
Of the first one, I had to run an errand. Heaven forbid we got to have a different beverage every night on this show.
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's got to get a whole bunch of ingredients for a Canadian drink we're gonna have.
Yeah.
But you were giving me the play-by-play on the first game.
Like, I
Germany,
feel
France.
like I did a very good job.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm like walking around the grocery store with my headphones in, and I've got it set up where it's like it'll talk to me the texts. So it's like it was really like a running live blog basically.
Both games were very, very exciting. I always say I love playoff basketball, but I love playoff Olympic basketball. I think a little bit more.
And you like it you might get more than NBA because it's 8 minutes less.
Yes, and also you see all these
Which I love too.
athletes playing together that you don't normally see play together. Like, the vibes are immaculate.
Incredible game. This game for America was literally the definition of they had us in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. That's what this was because Serbia was cooking, couldn't miss threes. Obviously, Jokic operating everything, maybe too much focus in a weird way on Jokic.
Right.
He's finding all these guys. FIBA, Bogey, I've told you a million times. He plays for the Hawks, Nora. Bogdanovic.
Yeah.
He doesn't play like this, okay?
I was like,
every once in a while, but this guy,
Who
FIBA,
is this
international Bogey, is a different beast.
Yes, and what's his beef with Melo?
Oh, I know. He was doing the three to the head. He was talking crap to the guys over there, especially Melo.
Very saucy.
But Steph Curry saved the day.
He really did.
He saved the day.
Unbothered about it,
Like,
too.
they would have been down 25-30 if
sure.
Curry wasn't scoring, hitting threes at least in the first half, and then obviously hit some big ones late. LeBron got the triple-double. KD had a huge shot.
They all stepped up.
Those three old guys, the old farts,
I think I'd call them veterans.
sure, they got the win. And
Literally.
They did. And Embiid had a really good game as well. He's battling, of course, against Jokic.
Yeah.
It was probably Embiid's best big game performance as a pro. I mean,
Like, ever?
when you consider the stakes, not the stat line, but like he was huge instrumental in the comeback.
Yeah.
I saw Jason Jones of The Athletic. He wrote in the Slack there, I can't imagine what it would be like for Embiid to end up playing for bronze with France in the finals.
Ooh,
I don't know
right,
if you
'cause
knew
he
about this.
could've-
Embiid could have
I'm
played for
aware.
France. They thought maybe he was going to. He elects to play for Team USA. Like,
Yes.
holy crap. Had they lost to Jokic,
Yeah.
who's a guy he's sort of been, in the NBA career, he dodges them. They're battling for your MVPs all the time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that
I mean,
too.
Embiid looked
But he played great.
He did, but he looked rough by the end of that
you said,
game.
yeah, but that's him. I mean, he's a sweaty dude. And
Well, also that stuff on his leg. What are they putting on his leg?
he's got the big brace. Yeah.
It's like hanging off him.
What a game.
Yeah, really exciting.
game.
We were both screaming.
Oh, so I was so like conflicted. I was like, on one hand,
yeah.
I wanted Serbia to win because you're cheering for the underdog.
When Serbia was winning, I'm like, cook these guys. Let's do it.
But then, you know what? At a certain point,
comeback.
it flipped.
Yeah, I was like, let's do
no,
this.
F that. It's LeBron James. This is Steph Curry. It's Kevin Durant.
We're so fickle.
Yeah, come on, America. Flex those muscles. Like, I seriously switched at some point.
Yeah.
And that's why it was the perfect game. You know, big lead, and then you're like, can they hold on?
Yeah.
And then, like, they were getting offensive. So, a couple things. One, you knew America was going to make a run. And they did in the third quarter. They cut it to like 5 or 6.
Yes.
Serbia had the answer. And I was like, whoa. They pushed it back to like 15, obviously 13 going into the fourth. I was like, okay, that was huge. Because you knew the run was coming, but they answered. And then in the fourth quarter, couple possessions, they kept grabbing offensive rebounds. On some occasions, 2 offensive rebounds on one possession.
Yes.
Milutinov, he was huge.
Yes.
I'm like, oh man,
These are
bad. Like, America's getting the stop, but they're not getting the ball.
Missed opportunities.
And I was like, whoa, man, they might pull this off.
Yeah.
Nope. You got Steph, you got LeBron, and Katie had a beautiful jumper there when it was a 2-point game, put him up 4. What a game.
Yeah.
But this is why, I mean, I headed into this saying single elimination. You're never going to have a foregone conclusion. I'm sorry.
Right,
I don't care how stacked America
can
is.
happen.
These teams, France, Germany, you know, hopefully the Canadians moving forward, other teams, obviously this one here in Serbia.
Yeah.
It's one game. It's a 40-minute game, and the talent pool has caught up with the rest of with America, is what I should say, for the most part, right?
Do you think Steph watched the Mexican team's artistic swimming yesterday, and then he was like, one shot, one opportunity,
Wow.
and it like, or not Mexico, Spain, it clicked in.
Oh, that was their music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Canada's, to be fair.
Did he watch artistic swimming yesterday and get inspired? Yes, he absolutely
For
did.
sure.
But it was great that he had this moment. Again, the 36 points, all the threes. I think he hit 9 of them in the end. Man, awesome. So now we got Team USA versus France. I will say, again, I know I'm continually poo-pooing on the French team, but like that felt like the gold medal game.
A little bit.
It really did. But then again, France has got some home cooking with the whistle at times. You know you're going to have a rowdy atmosphere. Can't wait for that game. I just want to say, too, major kudos to Noah Eagle on the play-by-play call. His coverage has been fantastic. Throughout the Olympics, he's paired with D. Wade, who's been great, too. Yeah. I love D. Wade's.
Different energy.
High energy. He shows some personality, which I really, really like. He's been good. You know, there was that stretch there during games where he just kept repeating himself a couple times.
Yeah, he got stuck in a vibe.
It's tough not to do.
Yeah. I do it all the time. I say the same words over and over.
I mean, I do a show every day. I say the exact same thing.
Right.
Like every
Yeah.
day.
You've called a game, you know.
It's very tough not to. But anyway, I think their energy alone has been awesome.
Good combo.
And they're fun. But this is good news because Eagle is very likely going to be the key fixture in NBC's NBA coverage.
Going forward.
When they
Great
take
point.
over the media rights deal in
that's
25-26. His dad, Ian Eagle, is like a
you
legend.
mentioned that.
He's like one of the funniest
Well,
and
this
best
is
guys.
cool.
So,
You can see how he does.
And Katie Jumper, I think it was that one, Eagle dropped the cross, the sauce, the splash while it was happening. I mean, that's
Chef's kiss.
Great.
Chef Curry's kiss.
Ooh.
Anyway, great game. Again, the guys are going to do a whole lot more on this game tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Didn't it feel like an all-star game if they tried? You know?
Oh, interesting.
Like,
You're seeing all these.
I was like...
A little bit. The makeup of the team, yeah.
Make the All-Star break 2 weeks and do an international tournament.
I mean, but JD, you think I think it's a little different to play for USA on your chest or Serbia on your chest than it is for Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
No. But you divide it by countries. We have Canada.
I disagree with this take. Others are like you.
Oh, what, like North Americans versus Europeans?
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
They don't care, nor should they care. They have a long season. It's an exhibition game in the middle of it, where everybody would rather just honestly
hang out,
go to a beach for a couple days,
play pickleball. Just make it a pickleball tournament.
Make it a pickleball tournament. Yeah. So I don't think it would do anything. personally.
Okay.
Hey, never say never.
And
right.
I like that people get into these international tournaments a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's more enjoyable when USA is not waxing
Of course.
the opposition.
Of course.
Because you want to tune in. You're like, wow, can they come back from this? Holy crap, Serbia's playing awesome.
Very exciting.
Anyway, what a game. What a game. Let's get to the medal moments from day 13. You could have given that gold, for sure. But we're going to the track because our gold medal moment is American Noah Lyles attempting to become just the 10th man in history to win both the 100 meters, which he'd already won, and the 200 meters, which happened tonight at the same Olympic Games. But Tebogo said no-go for Noah.
What a line.
Yes. Yeah, Tebogo winning gold for Botswana. African record time, 19.46. Fourth fastest time in the race's history. And Noah Lyles didn't even come in silver.
No.
Kung
well,
Fu Kenny got that.
That's right.
Lyles coming in third. So 2-3 for America, but Botswana's Tebogo coming in with a fast-ass time.
He was my pick all along. In all of the heats, he was so fast and so comfortable. And they kept saying on the call that he was running in honor of his mom who has passed away. And I was like, oh, he's got family driving him?
Yeah.
Like, that will push you to do some
He showed
stuff.
up his spikes that they had, I believe.
His mom's birthday was on it.
Yeah,
It's very sweet. But yeah, he looked so fast in all the heats. And
Yep.
I know you never really know because people are holding back in the heats.
That's true. But he did cook Lyles in the heat.
Yes, easily.
In the 200. Yeah.
Easily. And then seeing Lyles in the 100 and it being so close. When we were talking, when we were closing out the show last night, we both said we're not entirely convinced that he's going to win this.
That's right, Nora. Are you saying we called this?
The Olympic witch strikes again.
Yeah, we said there's this is quite a field to overcome here.
But it was still a really exciting race. Noah did struggle post-race. He immediately collapsed and then was gasping for air. It was a bit concerning. I assumed it was asthma since he's had asthma before.
Yep.
But then in the coming minutes afterwards, it became clear that he had run the race with COVID.
Yeah, apparently he picked it up on Tuesday.
yeah.
He said, this is what he said, quote, "Yeah, I woke up early, about 5 a.m. on Tuesday morning. And, I was just feeling really horrible. And I knew it was more than just being sore from the 100, which he obviously had just run. We tested, and unfortunately it came up that I was positive for COVID. My first thought was to not panic, and I was thinking I've been in worse situations. I've run with worse conditions. We just took it day by day, tried to hydrate as much, quarantined off. I definitely say that it's taken its toll for sure, but I've never been more proud of myself." And he said a little bit more, but I'll end it there.
I mean, that's a good POV to take.
Yeah, and there
this.
were shots of him wearing a mask
before
in the in the semis, I guess, or one of the heats a couple days prior, and everybody thought, maybe it's just to avoid getting sick or whatever, but it was to avoid spreading it. Any opinion on him running this? I remember before the Olympics started, we said there are going to be so many athletes with COVID. I had just gotten it.
Well, Vegas
not
was
long.
rife with COVID when we were
It felt like every second or third person we knew was starting to get it.
Yeah, I somehow avoided
and we were
it.
like,
but yeah, you did.
Everybody, the Olympics,
There's no
it's going to
way.
spread.
Of course, people are going to get COVID. I was curious what the protocol was, which there isn't one really. They're not.
No.
They're not quarantining.
No.
I'm sure people are doing their best to mask up if they know that they have it and avoid. If you're in the warm-up room, you're with a bunch of people. He was masked up in there, and I'm sure.
But was he not? I mean, hugging people after the race and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. I don't really have a hard take on it.
No.
I mean, this is like a once in a lifetime thing. Like if I had COVID, I would probably still try to run this race unless I was like violently ill.
Well, I mean, this is what I'm thinking. Noah Lyles has come out and said it, and I'm sure it impacted his race.
Yeah,
sure. Like, how could it not? Like, I know world-class sprinters say, like, if you have a cold, you are probably not running your best in the 100 meters. Okay? But there's probably been a lot of people at these Olympic Games.
Sick.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So many people have been sick.
100%. 100%.
And not just from the Seine.
No, not from the Seine. Not just the poop water.
Not just the poop water.
But what a race for
very exciting
for Tebogo. That was really cool for him to win it for his mom there. In the 400 meter hurdles, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone broke her own world record to win gold in that 400 meter hurdles for the women. 50.37. She destroyed the competition.
Yeah.
She won by 1.5 seconds.
It was a bit like almost, I was like, she looks like a professional and everybody looks amateur somehow.
God, Nora, damn.
She
That
runs
hurts.
so smoothly and calmly, and she's somebody, you know, unlike other athletes like Noah Lyles, who are like very explosive, their personality really brash.
Yeah.
I don't think she's emoted once leading up to
she
this.
smiled at the end of the race.
Which is maybe when you should save it up
Yeah,
for.
she is
Because she crossed
stone
that
cold
finish
killer.
line, saw that she got the world record, and then the biggest smile on her face.
And she had the tiara,
She had a
crown.
crown.
Yeah.
I was like, I love this girl. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
so
yeah.
cool. Yeah, she's an incredible athlete. I'm sure she's worked so hard to do this.
Yeah. And this was a big race here because it was the Dutch runner, Femke
Femke.
Bol,
Mm-hmm.
versus Sydney. And then, you know, we thought that was going to be 1-2. What order? But no. Team USA teammate Anna Cockrell came in second. Personal
Mm-hmm.
best for her. Great race for her. Bol coming in third.
She
And
struggled.
she was not taking it well.
No, well, you could tell during the last half of that race, she was really struggling just to keep up with the pack. And yeah, she kind of collapsed emotionally afterwards with her family. There was a moment the camera had Femke being sort of consoled by her family, and then Sydney was literally getting a crown
Yeah, it was
and
awesome.
her flag.
It was awesome.
And I
I'm
was
sorry.
this is competitive sport. You know, somebody wins, somebody
Yeah.
loses, and I'm heartbroken for Femke, but overjoyed for Sydney.
And I love it. I don't
Yeah.
want you know what?
Not everybody
I
gets,
like sometimes these elite athletes not being happy with third.
sure.
She's not happy with the bronze.
No, but she thought she was going to win it.
Oh, I mean, she wanted to win it.
Yeah.
I got no problem with her showing a little emotion. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
I'm
but,
sure I would.
Yeah, it was a great race from obviously Sydney there. A few other track and field events. Just quickly here, USA's Grant Holloway. He won the men's 110 meter hurdles with a time of 12.99.
Yeah.
I think it showed 13 dead on,
did.
but I think they changed
They
it to
adjusted.
12.99. His teammate Daniel Roberts came in second. Jamaica's Rashid Broadbell took bronze. Wasn't a whole lot to this one.
I called
Took
him
care of business.
winning
You
this
called him?
again. I'm so tapped in. Guys, I've watched so
You have
much
watched a lot of this.
Olympics, and in all of the heats, he was just beast mode,
Yeah.
taking everybody out. And so he did what I knew he would do. I was also happy to see Jamaica get a medal because they've lost.
They've had a
basically
rough
a lot
go
of
of it
their
here at the track.
Yeah, and learning, having watched that Netflix series, I didn't realize. I mean, I kind of assumed that athletics and track and field was popular in Jamaica, especially with Usain Bolt, but
Yeah.
they are really into it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's got to be pretty crushing to see so many, like both of their female athletes not take part.
Yep.
And then their relay this morning didn't qualify, like another crush.
Yeah, the 4x100. They're not in the final.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
That is
It's been a long time, I think,
crazy.
since they're not gonna
Yeah,
be
that
in.
was tough. So anyway, I was happy to see them get a medal.
Yeah, it's true. Pakistan's Arshad Nadeem won the men's javelin throw with a new Olympic record.
A giant.
This guy's huge.
He's huge.
All these guys are huge, and then you see him next to them, and what is going on?
Yeah, he also just has like imposing energy.
Yeah.
And when he hoofed that the javelin that first time out there, and I think he went like 92.97.
Yeah, it went over 90. Yeah, he set the Olympic record.
Bro.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
that's
awesome.
insane. Javelin is cool.
It is cool. Country's first ever medal in track and field.
That's great.
He was very proud. He threw another one at the end that went
That was
over
also
90.
very far, yeah.
He's like, I'll just do this.
Yeah.
And then in the women's long jump, gold went to American Tara Davis Woodhall. She jumped 7.1 meters on her fourth attempt. Then it was fun. The defending Olympic champion, the German
Yes.
long jumper, she had a chance right at the end. It was her
Yeah.
last attempt, and it didn't go well. She mistimed her run.
Yeah, she boffed it.
She literally just ran through the pit.
Yeah, that's kind of
that
heartbreaking.
sucked.
A weird way to win, but also whatever.
So Tara got another jump because she had already won, but they're like, well, go do another jump.
Yeah.
Try and set a world record.
Yeah, she does really good with the crowd interaction.
Yeah, she was great. And then so she jumped. It wasn't that great. It wasn't better than her
No.
win. But she stood there, took it all in, and then dropped straight back into the sand pit
Yeah.
and did a sand angel.
Yeah, a snow angel, but it's in the sand. Yeah. What a moment.
That was cool.
I loved it.
That's a great way to celebrate
Yeah.
if you're a long jumper.
Yeah, very
First I was
cool.
like, is there enough sand? Are you not going to hit your head like on the other side? But
Evidently, there is.
quite a big pit they got there.
Yeah.
So the USA winning 8 of the 15 medals handed out in that stadium tonight.
Wow.
Putting 2 on the podium in 4 events. So
They
pretty
were
dominant.
very
from America.
dominant.
Yeah. Anything else to add though to the track? Did we nail
To
it
the
all
track?
there?
No, that's basically everything I watched on the track today.
Hey, do you like these little tiny cars that bring back
Obsessed.
all the equipment?
Obsessed
The
with them.
objects?
Yes.
Be it the discuses.
I would like to know who is operating
Javelins.
it.
I'm sure
Is there like
guy
a
with,
little
like,
person
remote
running
control.
it?
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Hey, you'd think.
I would like them to be more decorated.
They're pretty simple.
A
The
little
cars.
more festive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a clip going around Twitter the other day. They raced a couple of them on the track.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
And one of them had the little mascot for the Paris Olympics.
Oh, the little red guy?
Yeah. He was sitting in one and he won. But he actually, he should have been disqualified because he veered out of his lane.
Oh.
The other guy kept it straight.
Scandal.
Yeah, it was great.
That's very cute. Yeah, I like them. I'm down for that. I think it's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Oh, it's hilarious. Let's go to our silver medal moment from the day. Let's try and not cry here, though. This one's yours,
I
Nora.
have Kleenex
She
here.
literally has Kleenex. She's already cried about 2 or
I
3
might
times
cry.
in preparing for this story.
The part that makes me cry, I've reread about 75 times to desensitize myself to it.
Okay, we're going to find out if you are.
This is a very touching story,
Okay.
so I'm going to do my best. Anyway, this morning, Sharon van Rouwendaal from the Netherlands won gold in the marathon swim in the Seine. So it did happen. They did the marathon swim. She braved the waters for 10 kilometers, which is just over 6 miles, about a 2-hour swim this morning. Now, when she finished her race, she emerged from the water and she pointed and kissed to a paw print tattoo on the inside of her wrist. This is in honor of her dog Rio, who has sadly passed away a few months ago. It's very sweet. And then after her win, they interview you, and the interview I watched, and that's what got me today. I was like an absolute mess watching it. But she gave the interview and she said her training had started out great, but following her dog's passing in May, she just didn't care about swimming. She said, my world stopped. And then my dad told me, just do one more race and give it everything and swim for him. So 3 days after Rio passed, she went and got that tattoo, and she said, okay, if I'm going to do something, I need to make sure I get this gold for Rio.
Damn.
Her gold cements her as the first female athlete ever to win 2 gold medals in marathon swim. So she had previously won, she had got a silver in Tokyo, but prior to that, she got a gold in Rio, which is why she named the dog Rio.
Oh, my God.
I know.
Oh, my God.
It's all the things.
Could the dog swim?
It was a little
Do we know?
petite, fluffy dog for those listening.
That dog ever touch water?
So I don't know if Rio was more of kind of a homebody. That's kind of the energy.
Probably what she wanted. She's in the water all the time.
Yeah.
She wants a dog.
Just
that you
like
don't
a
have to take to
cuddly
the beach.
sweetie.
Yeah. That's a
Anyway,
cute dog.
I managed to get through that without crying. So
Yes.
that's great. Another achievement for me. I did, when I was reading about this race, it was something I noticed that I honestly had to like double check because it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So during the swim, there's a quote unquote feeding area for the athletes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's during the race, they flip onto their backs like little otters, and then their coaches hand them this long stick with food and snacks on it. And they stay in the water swimming and they eat whatever is being provided.
yeah.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, eat or drink or whatever, yeah.
So not only were they swimming in this garbage water, they're eating in it. So I'm worried about all
Are
of
you
them.
sure they're eating and it's not just drinks?
It said feeding area.
Well, it's probably gel.
So yeah, they're probably having weird goos and things like that. One of the swimmers from
Somebody
Hungary.
like passing like 2 sunny side eggs.
We should Photoshop like a plate of hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, exactly. 80 croissants just being thrown out into the water. Eat them like ducks, ladies.
Oh my God, ew, wet croissant. Bettina Fabian from Hungary said that while she was doing this and throughout the marathon, she drank a lot of water. She said it just tasted like lake water, which she's quote unquote used to, which I love that for you. But she said she's going to deal with it by drinking a lot of fruit brandy from Hungary that she has, and it's going to hopefully kill all of whatever.
booze.
Yeah,
Old
she's like,
school, I
she
love
said,
it.
Yeah.
I'm going to neutralize it with alcohol.
You imagine there's like a little shot glasses being handed out in the water going down.
It's like tequila and
Just
lime.
tequila, some whiskey.
I will say though, I didn't want to do a full poop report segment.
Yeah.
But I will say 2 more athletes have
boy.
fallen ill.
Okay.
So 2 athletes from the Portuguese team who took part in the triathlon, Vasco Valisca and Melanie Santos, have both developed gastrointestinal infections.
Okay.
So they are now added to my list. So I now have 8 victims.
We're up to 8 victims.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's just.
Yeah, thank you for keeping track.
Want to make sure
and
somebody.
good job getting through the
Thank
story
you.
there for the Dutch swimmer.
Yeah.
And her little dog Rio.
Yeah. Stop talking about it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
Very
you.
nice. Very nice. Let's go to the bronze medal moment from day 13. This is a bit of a weird one, but I thought I needed to explain something to the people out there because it started today, the modern pentathlon. All right. They only did fencing today. I'll get to that. But they just did fencing. And they're going to do it again, is the weird part. But I did a deep dive into this. We know the decathlon for men. We know the heptathlon, which is going on for the women. But the modern pentathlon sort of stopped me in my tracks. It's like, I've heard of this. Didn't really realize it was still a thing, but I guess it is. So it's the successor to the ancient pentathlon, which consisted of running, jumping, javelin, discus, and wrestling. Your old-timey events, right? Okay?
Ancient, you might say.
Ancient. I mean, we're going back to, like, I believe, like, gladiator days, right? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Running, jumping, javelin for sure. Discus a little weird.
Yeah.
You're not like chopping the head off a bird with a discus to survive. No. But anyway, and then wrestling, of course. But in 1912, the founder of the modern Olympic Games proposed a similar competition that would test the strengths of a complete athlete, but involve more modern disciplines. Mm-hmm. That was the thinking. This guy, he had a hard-on for the old days, and he's like, come on, let's keep an old one. But let's, like, spruce it up a little bit, right? Yeah. So, the modern pentathlon has been the subject of numerous changes since its creation. Honestly, there's just too many to name. I'm not going to go through them all. You can look it up if you want to. They're always tweaking this thing.
Sure.
Okay? But right now, in Paris, the modern pentathlon is made up of 4 events combining 5 sports.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go through them here. So the first event is fencing, which is split into 2 rounds. Ranking round, where each athlete competes against each other's athlete. So everybody goes against each other in a bout lasting 1 minute or until the first hit.
That's not a lot of time.
This can be over very quickly in these little ranking rounds. Then there's a second round of fencing based on the results of the first round. And the format of the second round is single elimination, with each bout lasting 45 seconds. Points are scored for winning each bout, okay? So put fencing to the side. Then there's riding. This has the athletes attempt a show jumping course with 12 obstacles. Athletes do not bring a horse to the event. It is not BYOH. Okay?
A horse will be provided to you.
That's insane.
Horses are assigned to these people. Hold on. An unfamiliar horse is the exact quote. You have 20 minutes
to get to know your horse,
to meet the horse, learn its name, maybe comb it a little bit, get
give
familiar.
it a carrot. I would bring so many carrots.
Give it something. I don't know if you're allowed to. You have 20 minutes to practice with that animal.
What?
This is hilarious.
That's cuckoo. What if the horse is having a bad day?
Save that thought. I'll come back to that.
No.
Swimming, third event. 200-meter freestyle. All right, okay.
These are all
simple.
so different.
Couple laps, boom. And then the fourth event is the laser run. And at this final event,
Now this one sounds modern.
Not Laser Quest.
What?
Which honestly, why not?
Sure.
Just do Laser Quest. Yeah. And let kids compete in the modern pentathlon. Laser run. At this final event, athletes' starting times are determined by their total scores from the first 3 events. The ones I just told you. Fencing, riding, swimming. So you have your score. The highest scorer starts the race first. And each successive athlete then starts with a delay of 1 second for each point by which they trail the leader. So they all line up, and then whatever your point difference is like how many seconds. Yeah, you see this in like
The Amazing Race.
American Gladiator. Yeah, Amazing Race. Yeah. So athletes in the laser run 3,000 meters, okay? And you stop 4 times to shoot at targets that are 10 meters away with a laser pistol.
Laser run sounds like Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In each round, they must remain at the target until they score 5 hits. Mm-hmm. You have an unlimited number of shots.
Oh, just go to town.
It's a laser. The laser never runs out.
Wow.
Pew, 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 pew.
Literally pew pew.
You literally could pew, 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 all you want. Or you have 50 seconds. So if if you're just brutal at it,
right.
50 seconds elapsed. Okay, go ahead.
Fair enough.
Okay. And then, because we're racing here and because we've staggered the times, final placement in the overall modern pentathlon, it's determined by who crosses the finish line first, second, and third.
Wow.
Because again, you've been staggered on your previous events. So that part's sort of cool. I like that
everybody
part.
starts differently.
Yeah.
At the end.
But if all of that wasn't confusing enough, at these Olympics, the event is run twice
They do it all twice?
for each gender. First, the semifinals determines which athletes can participate in the finals. So we're just whittling it down.
Oh, I
Right,
see.
right.
And then the finals determine the medalists. But
Oh,
isn't
wow.
that a little
So they got to
weird?
go through all of it twice.
Exhausting.
Well, no. Not the weird fencing ranking round. You only have to
They
do
do
that
that
once.
once.
Okay, all right.
Are you getting an unfamiliar horse twice?
I assume
would
so.
think.
Yes.
Or do I get, if
no,
I get
no,
to
no,
know...
no. You get an unfamiliar horse twice, I bet.
Oh, an unfamiliar
and I
horse.
wonder if there's a rule like, hey, you had, what was the name?
Castle Howard Casanova.
You already had him.
Now you get Jefferson.
You get Jefferson, who was great. So
Okay.
you probably want Jefferson.
Okay.
But anyway,
These poor horses, just like randos jumping on them.
I know.
Oh, yeah, this is the life of a day horse. You know, you go horseback riding one afternoon.
Yeah.
Every
Right,
day
every
they
day,
have
just
something.
get
to do.
on,
It's
get on, get
Yeah, but
on.
this is an intense competition.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, it's like when you go karting and you're like, is this the fastest one?
You got a crappy
yeah.
go-kart
You just-
sometimes.
it's luck
of the
And all
draw.
your friends are zipping by you and they're like, oh, we're such a better driver than
Yeah.
you. You're like,
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? My cart won't go faster. It's not your
right.
driving, okay, man?
Yeah.
These are all such vastly different skill sets, which I guess is the
That's the point,
yeah.
of putting them all together. But are these people just like uber athletes?
I don't know. So let me give you an update where we are. The men and women, they completed their fencing ranking round today. JD, you said you watched a lot of this.
I did watch a lot of it.
Oh.
And I don't know. I mean, I didn't watch a ton of the actual fencing when it was on,
Okay.
but it was a lot stabbier, it felt. Maybe
Ooh.
because
I think
there's
they're
a
not
one
good.
hit.
I don't think they're as good
Oh,
as
okay.
professional fencers. So
Well,
that
it was-
might be more entertaining.
It was more entertaining.
Yeah.
It was like these people are like literally this motion, you know.
Watch your mic, JD.
Yeah, sorry.
it was starting to. So the men's semifinals go tomorrow for the rest of this stuff. The women's semifinals run on Saturday, and then the finals are the next day for each gender. Okay.
Okay.
My final note
Yes.
on the modern
There's more?
yeah. And I told you to save that thought about those, the horses that you didn't know who you're gonna get.
Yeah, unfamiliar.
Okay. Well, in LA 2028, equestrian, riding these horses over the obstacles, it's being replaced
They're taking it away.
by a form of obstacle course racing.
This is better.
Think Spartan race or Tough Mudder.
Ooh, I love
assume
this.
it's going to be sort of like that.
They literally said American Ninja Warrior
Yeah.
on the broadcast.
Even better.
Yeah.
That's way better.
So we're like talking salmon ladder. We're
Oh,
talking,
Yeah.
okay.
They
Yeah.
jump
Okay,
side
so
to
less muddy
yeah.
and more, yeah.
Well, I don't know, but
more in
that's
the
what
air.
they said.
Okay.
So.
But here's a reason why.
Okay.
The reason why they really are like switching up from equestrian to this OCR. The riding discipline attracted criticism during the 2020 Summer Olympics, 2021 in Tokyo,
Right.
after multiple athletes in the women's event struggled to control their randomly assigned horses.
Unfamiliar horses.
This culminated in the Germans team coach, Kim Reisner, being removed from the event after striking a horse with her fist.
Kim?
I remember this story.
I do too.
Wait,
I
she punched a horse.
She punched a horse, and I remember this was a big news.
Kim.
Yeah.
How dare you,
This
Kim?
random ass horse won't listen.
That's so awful.
Horrible,
I
horrible.
hope that horse gave her a back leg kick.
Yeah.
Get
Should be-
out of here,
should be
Kim.
allowed to.
Get your hands off that
So
horse.
I mean, all of this, like, it ain't working. They don't like some of us.
well, certainly
That's
not.
the point. You're
That's
supposed
the
to
point,
tame
I
the
know.
animal. They're supposed to bond with it quickly.
I
That's the
know.
whole thing. That's when you're going into battle. It's like, here's your horse. Get out there.
Yeah. So you like the idea of this?
I do. I'm locked into this.
I am very happy the horses are free.
You think they have the right disciplines? events?
The right discipline.
Like, I was thinking about this. If we were to make
This
a modern pentathlon,
Yes.
like,
Right.
what things would we pick? Because, like, okay, I think we need speed of some sort.
yeah, so like the race makes sense.
So we either
Yeah.
do a 100-meter race or a 200-meter race. I think that's going to be a short distance.
Right.
I think there should be endurance.
Yes.
So I actually think it should be a marathon.
Oh, that's a
Full
lot.
marathon.
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to make it ancient times.
Okay.
Then you need power.
Yeah, so like weightlifting or
I think
something?
there's a lot of options. I think weightlifting. I mean,
Wrestling.
obviously it could be throwing something, but
Right.
I think, wrestling or weightlifting to me.
I've watched a lot of wrestling in the last couple days. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Wrestling.
Yeah.
Let's do
Okay.
wrestling.
Yeah.
That was
why
the
not?
ancient pentathlon.
Right. You're right. Exactly. Swimming, I think, needs to be involved.
Yeah.
Yes.
So whatever
for
length
sure.
you want to pick.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I think the fifth thing, I mean, okay, you want to make a case for the horse. You want to go full horse. I'm not doing it. I think something hand-eye coordination.
So the shooting?
You could say shooting.
Or
I say table tennis.
Oh.
Head to head. There is that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna call it? Is this the same
Same
moniker?
Yeah,
It's the
table
modern.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But with lasers.
Lasers.
That's what I think.
This laser gun thing sounds cool. I want to see that.
Yeah.
You don't think it's cool?
I watched a bit of it. Like some from
Yeah,
previous.
is it not cool?
It's not-
It's not that cool. They literally are running. They stop. They pick up a
handgun?
gun.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah. And then you're like, you don't really even.
Does
know
it make
they-
a sound?
No, I don't think so.
No.
That's a big fail.
That's
Yeah.
the yeah.
It needs to go
You should hear it.
yeah,
yeah,
of
Tron
course. It should
sounds.
make a sound.
Yeah. So this guy's locked in. Maybe you want to
Yeah.
be locked in now too. You learn something. Hopefully, the modern
Yeah.
pentathlon.
That's
gets
great.
the bronze medal moment of the day.
Yeah, you got hype on this today.
Oh yeah, because they showed us on the gold zone.
Yes, they
like,
did.
They gave us like a
little explainer.
a little
Graphic.
explainer. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell? And then,
We're like, is this real?
and then and I knew when they were doing the explainer, I was like, oh, they can't even explain.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
we could try. And the Iceman, he should be able to. He's an American Ninja Warrior guy.
Right.
Wait till 28, he'll be in his element. But anyway, that's our gold, silver, bronze. A few other things though. Canada going to the women's beach volleyball final for the first time in history.
Hell yeah.
The duo of Melissa and Brandy played some great defense.
They
Huge
did.
comeback in the second set versus Switzerland. And they are going on to the gold medal game against Brazil.
I was worried about this Swiss pair that we
You
had
were?
to play because I saw them play before and they were cutthroat. But Canada did it. We pulled it out.
Yeah, I got to say the Swiss, they had the serve going for a while.
Yeah.
And then it failed them. They got the wind behind them on the couple plays there, and they were
Ah.
sailing that thing out.
Yeah.
And that got Canada back in it, but these women were awesome.
Anything can happen.
It's exciting. We had friends in Paris, Bill and Cheryl, shout out to them, watching the action at the Canada House
They were.
in the Olympic Village.
It made
That's
me
awesome.
proud. So
Electric.
nice.
Electric.
So
scene.
nice.
Apparently the Arkells played the other night.
Yeah. And Ariel Hawani.
He was dancing.
Dancing.
Oh,
Yeah, it was dancing.
I didn't expect that sentence.
I didn't expect to see that.
I didn't either. And then in indoor volleyball, we watched a lot of the U.S. women's team
Yes.
advancing to compete for their second ever Olympic gold medal. They played a great game today against the Brazilians.
Yeah, really well matched.
Yeah.
They were neck and neck basically through this game. It was fun to watch. These women are beasts.
Oh my God.
So cool.
It's fun as hell. When they get like a good 20
Rally?
to 30 second rally.
Like,
going,
what
it's
is
like,
going
whoa,
on? Every
man.
time I think it's over, it's not.
I know. So big win. That was a 5-set thriller. And I actually don't know. Are they playing France? I can't remember who they're playing in the final.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not
But it's
sure.
right around the corner. I love some of these events. I've sort of almost purposely avoided for a good week or so. When you got a lot of the round robin play and all that, and like give me to the knockout stage, which is where we're at.
Yeah, and it's more intense.
Oh, it's so much
It's-
more intense.
Everything is very intense now when you tune in because everything's in the semifinals, finals. It's great. It's awesome.
The U.S. will play Italy for the gold.
Italy,
medal.
okay, thank you.
Nice.
Okay.
When you were watching the women's volleyball, did it feel like the Canadians were playing the lifeguards? You know what I mean? Like because of this
Because of what they were
flag.
wearing? That's funny.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we were calling them a lifeguard. We were being a little disrespectful here.
Sure. Well,
But,
it did not look good for that Canadian team in the second set.
Yeah.
No,
They were down a
God.
couple.
They
I was
came
like,
back.
oh boy, this is falling apart here.
Yeah. But they
I
pulled
was
it
ready
back.
to call it, but
I'm
I
proud
didn't.
of them.
Yeah, they came back.
Here's a hot take. Beach volleyball. We need 3 players on each side.
Interesting. I know why you're saying that. They're so damn good
Yes.
at blocker goes.
Yeah.
Obviously, the person in the back has to cover a lot of ground, and
Yeah.
they're so good at putting. Like that's the thing. It's so difficult these shots they make to place them,
So hard.
but they do it so often. You're like,
Yeah.
man, it'd be better if somebody else was there.
Like longer rallies, it feels like it would be more exciting, and it's hard to move in the sand. I mean, I know
Yeah.
like it's never going to change, but a couple of times I was just like, if there's just one more person out there.
Well, I always think when I watch it, they go to the net to block too much.
Right. Yes.
But then I know that's stupid because they're so good at hitting that if there's no one at the net to make you hit around or whatever, like then they would just spike it down your damn throat every time.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
Tough conundrum.
Yeah. I mean, I've literally watched maybe 3 beach volleyball games this Olympics.
It is funny when like we played in Toronto. Did you ever play on any of the teams?
Absolutely not.
No, you didn't play. But like
No.
with a lot of our friends, we played a lot of beach volleyball. But it was 6-on-6 beach volleyball.
Yeah, and it's
like,
still hard.
Even then, like, it's so like there's so much room to cover, and there's
Yeah.
2 of them. Really, one when you think about it after one at the net.
Well, volleyball, there's 6 people,
Yeah.
and you're in a gym. And
in a
is
gym.
it basically the same dimensions? It can't be.
It's bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah, it's gotta be
Definitely
I
bigger.
think it's bigger.
Longer.
But still,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's add
do
one
it.
more. Let's just see what happens.
See what happens. Why not?
How about this? We start with 6
And then you cut people out.
Oh,
every 10 minutes.
You
we take somebody off.
You lose someone.
Now we're down to 5.
there's an event today.
Now we're
Did
to
you
4.
watch the velodrome? Any of that
We
today?
had
No, I haven't watched a lot of
tiny
it.
bit of it on.
Okay, well, I've never really seen this, but they start with 20 people on that track. 20 bikes, or felt like
God.
20 bikes.
Okay.
You go around. I don't know what the race is called. It's
I
an
know.
elimination race, basically. So they ring a bell, sprint lap,
Yeah.
last guy, you're eliminated.
Oh,
and it just
yeah,
keeps
I
going
have seen this
around
before.
and around, and every other lap is a sprint lap, and then each guy gets picked off. It's like,
So a team could, in theory, probably doesn't happen often, win 3-1.
there is no teams. It's individual. It's like the last man standing sort of.
Okay.
And the race lasts as long, like it lasts whatever. Like
Yeah,
it
every
was
lap.
about 12 minutes or so.
Oh, that's cool.
This is crazy.
Oh, I want to check that one out. I
yeah,
like the
it
sound
was
of that
fun to
one.
watch.
Elimination. Okay, let's try it in volleyball. Updated medal count after day 13. USA up 1 gold on China. Yeah, I think a Chinese athlete right before we headed into the Classic Factory
The weightlifter.
won. Was it weightlifting? Yeah.
I mean, that's what I was watching.
Well, no, maybe
Was
it was
there
a
another?
boxing or something.
Oh, maybe.
A couple of those later events. Anyway, it's a 1 gold separation between the
Wow.
States and China, though America has over 100 total medals
They're
now.
really doing it.
Crushing it there. Australia, France, Great Britain coming in 3, 4, 5. Okay, man, we are running long here. Nora,
Yeah.
let's get to French word of the day.
Je suis un ananas.
C'est beau l'amour, l'amour, l'amour.
C'est possible. Pourquoi pas? Les ananas ne parlent pas.
Okay, we're going to try a phrase again today for
Okay.
French word of the day. So today's French word of the day is avoir la banane. Avoir la banane.
Okay,
Now-
banana. I guess,
That's
I
right.
assume.
Banana is banana.
Later, banana.
Okay.
See ya,
Honestly, not a
banana.
bad guess. Again, this is like an idiom, so it means something
Okay.
else. So the literal translation is to have the banana.
Okay.
And it means to be happy because a banana is shaped like a smile.
Oh.
So, that's
So
what-
if I have the banana,
Yeah.
I'm happy.
yes,
'Cause I'm
you're
smiling.
content or happy. And if somebody says to you, "Gardez la banane," which means literally hold the banana, this actually means keep
Come on.
smiling.
Keep smiling.
Yeah, be
'Cause you are
happy.
smiling.
Yeah.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah.
Good
so
one.
if I'm ever in a bad mood, you say, "Have the banana."
And you're going to be like, I'm not hungry.
I'm not hungry right now. For the listeners, today's beret is ivory or white. I don't know how. It's an
Yeah,
ivory.
it's a bit of a cream.
It's a cream kind
It's
of
not
color.
full-on white.
It's not bright white.
You, as an Armenian, are the white bear,
Ooh.
but you'd get the gold.
Aw, thank you.
No problem. Some news ahead of this weekend's closing ceremony. American swimmer Katie Ledecky, who won 4 medals at these games, and rower gold medalist Nick Mead have been selected as the Team USA flag bearers.
Okay.
Closing ceremony, guys.
Coming soon.
Sunday, it's at 3 p.m. Eastern for everyone here in America on NBC and Peacock. That's 9 p.m. local time. That's a bit of a late start, I thought.
Yeah.
It can't be as long as the opening ceremonies. That was 4 hours.
I should hope not.
I would think this is a 2-hour affair max. hopefully, for us.
Can you text Phoenix and say, when do you guys go on?
Yeah, when he's going on.
Eat it up, guys.
That's right. Well, isn't there rumors that Air is also performing?
Phoenix and Air are
Ooh, I love-
confirmed as performing.
Confirmed.
We know Tom Cruise will be there. Tom Cruise.
Right.
Oh, yeah, the
right,
stunt.
right.
Yeah, so he'll be doing something, and I'm not sure what else.
I think, put me down, this is going to be 2 hours.
I think over 2 hours.
I don't. I think clothing ceremonies go quicker, guys. They're like, okay, turn the lights on, everybody get out.
I mean, less pomp and circumstance.
It is.
It feels
It's
like.
just more of a
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
That's it.
We shall see.
We'll see, but we will be recapping it on Sunday, our final show, Summer of Champions. We will shed a tear at the end. Okay, before we go, we got time. Let's do a little trivia.
Yeah. So we're going to mix it up a little bit tonight.
Okay.
I've accumulated a staggering amount of random facts and information. Random facts and information over the last few weeks.
Yes.
But not everything, is like meaty enough to do a full trivia question. I have a pretty high threshold of interest
do.
to make a full question out of it. But some of the stuff is still kind of interesting. So we're going to do sort of like a true or false type vibe.
Okay.
And maybe some fill in the blanks. I have a couple.
So we got 4 or 5 questions.
Yeah, so you guys will have a couple chances.
All right. Let's
Okay,
do it,
so-
JD. Let's go perfect.
And JD doesn't know anything. There's not been
I do
any
not.
leaks or image reveals.
Okay.
So we'll start with a true or false. My question to you is, does American gymnast Simone Biles hold dual citizenship with Dominica, the island?
I'm going to say yeah, but I've never heard it. I don't know why
So
you would
if you've
ask
never,
that.
I've never heard it either.
Why would
so-
she ask that, though?
Yeah. Random.
Random.
Let's say yeah.
Okay. True.
Yes, true.
False.
Jesus.
But,
You're
but
crazy. Your brain is crazy.
she does have citizenship
Oh, damn.
in Belize
Okay.
through her
Okay,
mom,
so that's
Melly.
right. At least there was a reason why you asked.
Yeah, I
that
didn't
for
just
me.
randomly assign her a citizenship like
Damn
a
it.
sicko.
0 for 1. All right.
So anyway, I thought that was interesting. I didn't know she
Yeah.
had dual citizenship. Lucky for her.
They never say it.
Well, I mean,
Or maybe they have. I
Maybe
don't
she
know.
does. We don't hang out with Simone Biles, so
No, they, the broadcast.
they may not know. I'm breaking
Yeah.
news.
Yeah. They definitely don't care. She's the American hero.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want people to know. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's try fill in the blank. So you guys are going to guess something here.
Okay.
Okay.
So the oldest ever Olympian is Oscar Swan of Sweden. He was blank years old when he competed at the 1920 Olympics in shooting.
Oh, damn.
So it's 1920, Oscar Swan.
He still holds the record for
of Sweden.
oldest ever.
Correct.
68 just popped in my mind for some reason.
It's definitely 60s.
But, yeah.
Think about some of these like equestrian riders.
Yeah, they've had people in the 50s.
Maybe some other
and 60s.
shooters.
What was not ping pong, table tennis woman was 54.
She was in her 50s.
Well, and then her partner was in her 60s.
Okay.
Someone else, a friend of hers that retired.
I think we should go 7.
Want to go higher?
I think we go low 70s. So 70, 71, or 72 is I think where we should go.
Okay. Pick one.
You want
72?
to go highest? Yeah, let's go highest.
72.
72.
Holy cow, you
No.
got it!
Yeah!
Wow.
Wow. Oscar was 72 years old.
That should count for more than 1 point.
Oh, he won
Hell
a
of a
silver
photo.
medal in 1920 at the age of 72.
Wow.
He's won 6 medals, or he had won 6 medals total in shooting at various Olympic Games.
Wow.
So good for Oscar.
What a pull.
Do you want to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is another fill in the blank, so you're gonna have to guess something.
Okay.
The famous blank cocktail was invented in Paris in 1921. Though the location is disputed, legend says that this popular drink was made for famous novelist Ernest Hemingway.
Oh, JD.
That would be the daiquiri.
Daiquiri.
Do you want to talk about
Hold on.
No!
Because he
Don't
hung out in
say-
Havana.
Yeah.
Maybe it was there that
He's got the wrong location.
And I think Ernest was a bit of a drunk, so
He
he
did.
knew.
He
would
loved
have
to
loved
drink.
Summer of Champions. He's like, what are they drinking tonight?
Summerbach, hell yeah.
If you want a clue, I'm willing to give a clue.
Okay, yes,
of
All right,
how.
we'll take it. We'll
yes,
take
please.
it.
So what prompted this cocktail being prepared was Ernest asked, I want a drink that doesn't smell like alcohol.
Does a daiquiri smell like alcohol?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What doesn't smell like alcohol?
So vodka,
Are we on the right path with vodka?
cranberry.
Well, I'm not giving you that. Listen, you guys need to talk this through.
I got nothing, man. I don't know. I want to Google what drinks
No,
don't smell. I know, I won't.
That's cheating.
I won't.
You're going to learn something new either way.
Smell like it.
How many ingredients? Is it a simple drink?
When it was prepared in 1921, it only had 2 ingredients.
We've heard of this drink,
Definitely.
Vodka cran. I like it.
but that's not really a
It's definitely
cranberry juice a thing back then. I don't even think so.
I got no idea. I really have no idea.
French drink.
I'll give one more clue.
Sure.
Okay. I'm just going to say savory.
Savory. Bloody Mary.
That's right.
Wow.
The cocktail is said to have been created spur of the moment, according to the bar's
Wow.
history, only of vodka and tomato juice. It was originally called the bucket of blood.
And you don't taste the booze
That's
for the
true.
most part. Wow.
Crazy, right?
Wow. Interesting. Didn't
Yeah,
know
that was just some Paris trivia that I'd come across that
Excellent.
I didn't know
Bloody
what to
Mary
do with.
was invented in Paris. I had no
Such
idea.
an American drink.
It feels like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other ones?
Crazy. I have another one. Do you want
let's
one more?
do it.
Come on.
Okay.
Wait, this is like a laser gun, non-stop.
just pew, 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 pew. Okay, one more. This is a true or false. Okay.
Okay.
During the 1936 Berlin Games, 2 Japanese pole vaulters tied for second place. Instead of competing again, they cut their silver and bronze medals in half, fused them together to make 2 half-and-half medals.
That's pretty cool.
Well, is it true? Or did I make it up?
I don't know with you anymore. I don't even know you anymore.
False.
False. Yeah. You know what? False.
False.
Why
Never
are you so
happened.
mad?
Because you've got a crazy mind for
You're
this.
trying to trick us.
Yeah.
Is that your final?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yes, it's false.
Okay, false.
False.
Yeah, false.
It's true.
God damn it.
Damn it.
At the 1936 Olympics, these Japanese pole vaulters both tied. And after a long discussion, they actually initially decided within the team that the guy who had cleared the certain height first,
Yeah.
he should get it.
Right.
But then him and the other guy who were really close friends, they got back to Japan and they were like, forget this. We're going to cut these in half and we're going to make 2 half-and-half
that's-
medals. And they called them the friendship medals.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that
nice.
so sweet?
That's a nice story.
That's interesting.
Is that
Because didn't we
nice?
just have in the last Olympics the
Yes.
2 high jumpers?
Well, they
Yeah,
both
yeah.
got
But they both got. They
gold.
decided.
Yeah, they were
Hey,
like,
do you guys-
"Can you give us both gold?"
And they're like, yeah, we can give you both gold.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's do it, man.
Maybe they weren't
That's
playing so freely with the medals back in
No,
that time.
no,
but
no.
anyway,
Right.
I saw a photo of them. I tried to get one that was high res enough, but they're all crappy.
Yeah.
But if you look up friendship medals and Japanese
Wow,
pole
that's cool.
vaulters, you'll see it.
All right. Good stuff.
Great.
So what do we go? 1 for 4? No, sort of 2 for 4, but a lot of hints.
You
Yeah, a lot-
nailed
too many hints
You
for that
nailed
one.
72.
Nailed 72. Man, that was unbelievable.
That was
That's like
real-
the toughest one when
I
you think
was
about it. So many
sending it.
numbers to pick from.
I was sending it to both of you.
Must-watch events for tomorrow, day 14, Friday, August 9th. We got the 4x100 meter relay finals, men's and women's. We're gonna have a 16-year-old kid running for Team Team USA in the 4x100.
Fuck yeah.
I guess Noah Lyles isn't going to compete, is he?
I think it's on. He said, I saw some rumors on X that he's probably going to pull out.
Okay. Anyway, that'll be great. We got the women's 400 meter, women's 10,000 meter, men's triple jump, women's heptathlon, women's beach volleyball, Canada versus Brazil, 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Ooh. It's going to be fresh on our mind when we come in here. Men's football gold medal match, France, Spain. We got women's breaking, guys.
Let's go, B-girls.
Breakdancing is finally at the Olympics.
Wow.
B-boys.
The B-girls will do their entire thing tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Entire thing.
So much dancing.
They start at like 10 a.m. Eastern our time, so it's at 4 for them. Mm-hmm. Can you breakdance at 4 o'clock in the afternoon? It feels like
it
such
4?
a night thing to me.
God.
And then they'll do the finals much later. But
I'm so curious about
we'll tune
them
in.
just playing whatever music. Like, they don't get
The
their own,
DJ in
right?
full control.
Do we trust this DJ?
I know. What? It's gonna be dum ba da din da da
Yeah, I
Macarena.
know.
Like holy moly!
That's
you hear it.
their unfamiliar horse.
Yes.
Exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Deal with it.
Enough with the Macarena.
Is that a cool DJ name?
what?
DJ Unfamiliar Horse.
Maybe.
Yes.
We put that on the light box because watching a lot of beach volleyball over the last couple days, man, you hear that song every time.
Yeah,
every
they
time
do.
I've watched, we hear it. Crowd pops every time.
I
They
know,
love it.
weirdly.
Yeah, they love it. It's an international jam, I guess. But anyway, can't wait to see what the DJ cooks up. Do you think it's DJ Brian? I mean,
Your boy Brian.
Your boy Brian.
Your boy Brian.
He would be the best DJ.
Oh, he'd be awesome.
he would
People
be.
would be dancing.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
B-boys and the
Maybe
B-girls
Scratch
wouldn't
Bastard.
stop.
Maybe DJ Mick. I'm just naming DJs I
I
personally
know.
know.
Why are you doing that? Do you think
I'd
it's
like to see them get the
cool?
gig. Yeah, I'd like to see them get
Okay,
a
give them
chance.
the recos.
I'll do it.
You're actually a decent DJ.
I'm not good on the ones and twos, but I can
No.
play some jams. Me
Yeah.
and Matty O, we've
You guys have DJ'd a few times.
destroyed a wedding or two before.
I went through like a weird DJ phase.
Oh, you did DJ once. I forgot about that.
I DJ'd a New Year's Eve for us.
Yeah, I forgot
like
about
with the
that.
whole thing. Like I had.
Well, you weren't scratching.
No.
I'm
you
not.
didn't, excuse me. You didn't let me finish. I had
you're mixing.
an app that I was using on my
hey.
computer. I was mixing songs.
Best New Year's Eve ever.
Okay, relax. DJ Unfamiliar Horse retired.
Anyway, we're watching all that tomorrow. We'll be back here at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night. What will be in the light box? What beret will Nora wear?
Ooh.
And what will we talk about?
Who
'Cause
knows?
you never know if you're going to get a little modern pentathlon
Or a sad
lesson
story.
or a sad
about
story.
a doggo.
We got a little bit of everything in. I'll remind you guys to check out No Dunks tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. Tash, Trey, Esh talking about those two semifinal games. France beating Germany. Team USA beating Serbia in a really close game. And they'll get you ready for the gold medal game as well. That's at 10 a.m. Eastern in the YouTube feed and then eventually your podcast feed. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. Parting words, my love?
I think everybody deserves a friendship medal.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah.
For losers.
Oh.
Embrace the night, people.